Go. It's all you. You're the artist.
Gracias.
We're really proud to have supported something for everyone. There are sculptures, there's dance, there's film, there's theater, there are murals. And the idea here was to engage communities in creating this process to begin with. And we also thought that that would create ownership over these pieces from the community. Earth Art Chicago is a public art initiative that is bringing together the ideas of community, public art, and the environment. We thought that art would be a great way for people to access some of these topics. A lot of what we've seen play out over the last several decades, specifically with the climate conversation, being very scientifically heavy, we thought that art would then shift this and allow for emotion, allow for expression, allow for accessibility. The question always comes up of why should we stay inspired around issues like climate or around large environmental issues when we know what the reality is? Why do we remain hopeful? Hope and inspiring hope was central to this project from the beginning.
Let's start with this one.
This project is really a space where we're thinking about what our connection is to the earth, how we offer something back to it, given that we've taken so much away from it. It's really a space for us to dive deeper into our relationship to the more than human world and understand how we play a role in stewarding that and caring for that world.
It was really essential for this to be a public art project and for these pieces to be accessible by everyone, no matter where they live. I think some of that is the serendipity of stumbling onto a piece and how you feel when you run into something beautiful and you're not expecting it.
Oh my God.
And then you engage with it.
Yeah, feel free to get any of the coloring sheets that we have.
We're collecting images right now, right, from community members that we can add to the mural sketch. Once the mural sketch is created, we'll do a final presentation to the neighborhood, and this is actually going to serve as the cover for the coloring book that we're working on as part of the project.
With public art, you don't need to go to a museum. The art comes to you, and that's what was beautiful about it. We can put a lot of this art in different parts of the city, on the south side, on the southeast side, on the west side, and that art is coming to people, and they don't need to worry about those barriers.
We're in a part of the city that a lot of the green spaces are undervalued. This project is about everybody's voice because we all use the community parks and we all care about the environment.
What we found during this process was that artists want to do more work in community. They want to be able to put their work in the places in which they live. A lot of the funding has gone to environmental justice communities, neighborhoods where people have experienced a disproportionate amount of air pollution or water pollution, and we wanted to ensure that those voices also came through in the art that was being produced.
Like my roots and my parents and my family and pretty much everybody that I know is in South Chicago.
Growing up here, we didn't have a lot of public art. I made it my goal to beautify the neighborhood through art.
This mural is based on animals native to the southeast side region of Chicago.
In the city of Chicago, there's not a whole lot of quiet spaces. There's a lot of beautiful gardens we can go to, but there's always people around. The Healing House incorporates the creative elements, color and texture and scent. It's really a space meant to give people a moment to themselves, to have that time. That's the healing part of it.
We wanted to make sure the community knew the pieces were in place and to mark that with celebration and togetherness. And so we wanted to ensure that there was programming with all these art pieces so that people had an opportunity to come together to see what new piece of art is in their community and to also connect with others.
Welcome to this house of remembrance, where we slow down enough to remember that we are Kapwa.
The House of Kapwa is meant to be a gathering space for ceremony to take place that allow people to safely and collectively slow down and rest? Can we be resting and connecting to community as we're designing the ways and strategies for us to respond to climate crisis?
Let us weave together and bless this space with celebration and joy.
I have said that this is one act of inspiration, that we're not asking people to join a policy platform, we're not asking people to do any specific action, but we want to make sure that they come across these issues, that they do it in a fun way, and that they do it in an enjoyable way, and that they learn from these interactions and are inspired by them.
I want them to feel invited. I want them to make a scene here, like take photos, create memories, have lunch, journal, make out, flirt, feel connected with the space, the city that we're in, appreciate life. And hopefully with that energy, they're inspired to want to take care of one another and also our surroundings.